Hi guys, what's up? Today we're gonna go over how to draw a skull in graphite. I'm using a 9B pencil. It's not really such a big deal. I'm gonna draw right here the circle for the actual skull placement. Then I'm gonna draw a little bit of waviness around it to kind of represent the fire part. You know, I'm just gonna draw very random, be random with it. It's hard, when you want to be random, you're like, be random. It doesn't always turn out that way. It's always like as soon as you say that, you'll for whatever reason you have a tendency to draw like in a line. I'm not sure why that is. I've tried to figure that out with myself too. The human eye doesn't really like looking at static things, but it seems to like drawing it. So it seems to like putting it down. So I'm going to start here by going straight up into the values first, and I'm going to use the side of the pencil, and I'm going to lay down where I want my darks to be. Using the side of the pencil here, I'm going to have a square right there for the orbital bone, the other side of the orbital bone. I want the light to be coming from kind of below and all around, so I'm going to put a big shadow for over most of the skull. Right here on the zygomatic arch, which I talk about a lot. Again, it's kind of like messy right now. That's fine because you're drawing very softly. You're making sure you have this. I have a kneaded eraser, by the way, squishy one. I love those. Uh, Make sure I have that next to me. And if I have it next to me, I don't really worry about it. As long as I don't go down super crazy hard and dig into the paper. And the other reason I'm putting a lot of darkness over here in the skull is to kind of accentuate the light of the fire. Alrighty. Second. Alrighty. Now what I'm gonna do, see how I have it kind of messy and like laying out, but I do have kind of the spatial divisions and things like that. I also have those. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna sharpen edges. I talked about this in the other one. The sharp, because the light's coming from below-ish, kind of around, but I want it to come from below. And I'm gonna sharpen some edges and I'm gonna soften some. Which ones I do is really kind of a decision thing, but it's also kind of not. Wherever there's a form turns really hard, that's where my hard edge is going to go. Let me do a time lapse on this, and I'll get back to you. All right, guys, we're back. So, what I did was I started putting a lot of. See, the thing is with graphite really rubs real easily. So I started rubbing it across the page really to kind of get everything. I want a value on everything except for some hot spots. You know, I want to pull that out of there. Even though you do have the white of the rest of the paper, normally I'd make all that black and stuff. But right now, we're going to concentrate and zoom in more. So right now it's kind of a mess. And so what I would do is I would go in there and start really trying to refine and fix shapes. See, I see a lot of lines here. They're directional. I'd try to smooth those out, make them blend together more. See, I'm still going in there. I'm trying to kind of refine stuff. I'm trying to make certain lines touch values better. Accent a couple of things. I want to pull out some stuff with the eraser, kind of. I can use the eraser to draw also. Since the light's coming from below, you're working very differently than normal. So you pull these lines again, just keep blending, blending, and blending. I mean, how much you want to blend is really up to you. It's kind of your style. Keep going. The fire around here, really the biggest attribute of this particular fire is I wanted to make the outer edge really dark compared to the inner edge, you know? And then maybe start pulling out some light over here with the eraser. Kind of random. Still looking a little weird, so because this doesn't look so much like shadow, it looks a little strange, so I'm gonna put in the other eye socket over here and make sure that comes out. I'm going to make that a little bit darker. I want it to carry through more. It looks a little too piecey. Looks too much like it's in pieces a little bit. So I'm going to pull some light out over here on the top. I want to see if that carries through a little bit more. This side as well. So what I would normally do is I would keep refining on this and keep pushing through, and I would like clean up all these little edges. Right now it reads decently well to me, so I'm going to leave it right now for a demo. I might go over very specific fire things in another video, but yeah. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.